mad. If this here rocks to y'all, then you mad. Whatever she said, then I'm mad. If this here rocks to y'all, then we mad.
Hey, what up, YouTube and G Team? It is Major G, and so I was just watching the brand new Avengers teaser, and it turns out that SyFy put out the trailer for Krypton, which I wasn't expecting to come so soon. So to be honest, SyFy is a little bit on my is kind of on my bad side right now, because last summer they canceled Dark Matter, so I am not very happy about that, because Dark Matter was an awesome show and had great plot development, interesting characters, and then they just dropped it, like they just canceled it. So I'm kind of mad at him for that. I'm actually a little surprised they haven't canceled Z Nation, but Z Nation is still entertaining. I'm just surprised that, because it's entertaining, they haven't dropped it yet, like they did with Alphas and now Dark Matter. So I don't know how I feel about this. If you guys don't know, Krypton is basically supposed to be Gotham, but the Gotham of Superman. So this is we're talking about Krypton before it blew up, or before its demise. There we go. It's talking about Krypton before its demise. Now, we don't know if it's actually going to take place in any of the same universes that DC has already established on television, such as Smallville or Supergirl or any other universe. Most likely not the Arrowverse, since there is no Superman in the Arrowverse. And what's even weirder is that I think some other channel just put out a press release that they're doing another one called Metropolis, which is about Metropolis before Superman arrives, which we already had 5 years of on Smallville. So, I mean, yeah, we had 5 or 6 years of that on Smallville. We don't need another one. I don't know how I feel about this. I'm also going to see how this works. I mean, because it takes place on another planet, there might be opportunity for growth, or opportunity here for like aliens and crossovers to Supergirl and stuff like that. And talking about some of the intergalactic DC properties, such as Lobo and the Green Lanterns and Dark-Sided Apocalypse. Who else? Alan Strange. Is it Alan Strange? I think it is Alan Strange. Alan Strange. Like stuff like that. So, I mean, there's a possibility there might be some opportunity for growth and more world building within DC. So, I'll see what it's going to be like. We'll just have to see. So let's go ahead and check this out. But I'm having my doubts for the most part. All right, here we go. Maybe the Manhunters too. I forgot about that. The Manhunters haven't been around for a few hundred years, I think. All right, so doesn't matter. Let's go ahead and get into this. Here we go.
story of my family is one of triumph and sacrifice. How we led a revolution against tyranny. Now it falls on my shoulders
Is this Jor-El?
to save my world.
Someone from the future is coming to destroy Krypton. Because where I'm from, your grandson becomes the greatest hero of the universe.
Whoa, what?
The story of my family isn't about how we died. It's about how we lived.
I gotta rewatch that. Hold on. I gotta rewatch that.
The story of my family is one of triumph and sacrifice. How we led a revolution against tyranny. Now it falls on my shoulders to save my world.
Someone from the future is coming to destroy Krypton. Because where I'm from, your grandson becomes the greatest hero of the universe.
The story of my family isn't about how we died. It's about how we lived.
Okay. So I think I'm seeing what's going on here. I think I see what's going on here. So this is actually going to be about Jor-El's father. I think is it Jor? Yeah, because he's with the he's got the House of El crest. So so this is about Jor-El's father. And I'm guessing, based on that dude's clothes, he was from Earth, is what it looked like. But how does he end up in the past? Not really sure about that. And basically, this is kind of not even a retelling. So this is like one of those Kill Hitler stories, I guess, where like some villain from the future, instead of that whole time. If you've ever heard, there's an actual paradox called there's an actual paradox that states basically, if you had a time machine, would you go back and kill Hitler? However, if you go back and kill Hitler, you change the present, which means you never actually went back to kill Hitler. Never became a thing, and then you never went back to kill Hitler, which also changes your present in ways that you don't even understand. So that, like this, it's a really complex thing, and this is kind of that thing where it's kind of like that paradox where somebody's going back to kill the House of El to stop Superman from becoming a thing. So I am curious about that. But I don't know how you can continue from there. Because once that threat is stopped, how do you continue? What is next? Are we actually going to completely change the present, the quote unquote present, so that there might not even be a Superman? Yeah, there's a Kal-El, but there might not even be a Superman. Because if he's talking about preventing Krypton's destruction, then there won't be a Superman. So yeah, this is. I'm curious about. I'll at least watch the pilot episode because I'm really curious about the concept of that. Not only that, he gives this guy, Jor-El's father, Superman's blanket, or his cape, Superman's cape, which in some origin stories was his baby blanket that Martha Kent found him in, or that the Kents found him in the spaceship, because they definitely say it that way in not Smallville, in Christopher Reeve Superman. In the Christopher Reeve Superman movie, that's what happens, is that you see him like swaddled in that cloak, or in that blanket, which has the House of El crest on it in bright yellow, and you just see him there as a baby, and that's how the Kents find him. In Lois and Clark, one moment. All right, so where was I? Lois and Clark. So, in Lois and Clark, when Martha Kent makes Clark's Superman outfit, she pulls out the blanket, and the blanket doesn't have the House of El crest on it, and it's a separate thing. It's a totally separate thing, and she sews the crest onto onto what becomes his cape. And I don't remember. He found the outfit in Man of Steel. I think he finds the outfit in the Fortress of Solitude, which was a Kryptonian ship. I think it doubled as a Kryptonian ship. So yeah. So I mean, it allows for some interesting storytelling, which most likely means it's going to be its own universe, because they will probably change what becomes the present. So I'm kind of curious. I personally, if we're talking about a time travel story, if we're talking about a straight up time travel story, I'm all in. Because I love time travel. I love time travel stuff. So initially I wasn't really interested in that, but if we're talking time travel, I'll be watching this. At the very least, I'm going to see the pilot and see how it goes. But yeah, if it's time travel, we're talking about time travel, I'm definitely going to be be watching this series. Still doubt I'll be watching Metropolis though. So yeah. So what'd you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, share. And until next time, be excellent to one another and party on, dudes. Oh, nice. Wonder Woman. Is that Wonder Woman's music? $5 so she picks up both Mjolnir.